We're live again. Okay, I'm gonna wait to see. Hopefully, people will find the link. Mhm. How do I find my own link? Mm, 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 mm. Let's see. View my channel. Okay, here it is. I see it. Okay, part two. Let's. I'm gonna wait, see if people can find the link. Okay, hi. Thank you for jumping on again. Hi, Marisol. Hi. Uh, you can hear me. Thank you so much. That is so funny. Okay, well, it happens, and this is why I don't go live very often because it always happens. There's always something. There's always something. Okay, so hopefully we can chat now. I did ask the girls to please get off the Wi-Fi, and so we can have a good connection. So they're probably hating me right now, but it's okay. It's okay. Sunday morning, everybody's on their electronics. There's no tournament this week, and we are out of town every weekend next month, April, starting April 4th. So yes, hi, Sister TX, Sisler TX. So let me know, you guys, where you're watching from and what time is it where you are, because that's always a good curiosity of mine. And so I am re-jumping on the live because the previous link didn't work. So if you're watching this one, you can go connect the first part, second part. Anyway, so it's just a casual hangout, you guys. I just wanted to connect with you. If you have questions for me, I'll be happy to answer the best I can. So I was sharing with you my little challenge, craft challenge. So I did, so I'm gonna spoil the next video coming up, or future videos. I'm trying to record some videos ahead because, like I said, we're gonna be out of town a lot this month. And so I started this new craft challenge. Please join and watch when it comes out, because I think it's gonna be so fun and it's gonna motivate me to finish projects. Hello to Idaho 12:30. Thank you, thank you. So you guys are only an hour ahead. You can hear me, okay? My girls are on spring break. My girls are not on spring break, so it's funny because everybody's on spring break. My girls don't get spring break until the week of the 14th, which is it's kind of late for spring break, but it works for good for us because on that week we're gonna be in Utah for tournament, and then we come home for like 2 days, and then we go to Vegas for another tournament. So it's actually great that they're not in school that week, because like I said, this month is gonna be really crazy. I'm still trying to figure it out, the pet situation, who's gonna be helping me with the pets, because my friend, who we always take turns like watching each other's pets, she's also gonna be in a tournament because her kids do basketball, so we're kind of like overlapping. So I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna be reading your comments. Oh, I'm excited. So ask me whatever. Please. I love when the chat is full of questions. Watching from Germany. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. 9 p.m. That's actually a good time. 9 p.m. is like my favorite time to craft. I know it sounds late, but 8:30 when we're finishing dinner and I shower and then I come to the craft room, that's my favorite time of the day. And I craft until like 10, 11 sometimes, maybe midnight. Hi, I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Hello. Softball. Yeah, softball tournaments too. Those are so fun. My niece did softball. She's in college now, but yeah, when she was like elementary all the way through high school, she was really good. Um, oh, hi Priscilla. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm looking up there because that's the computer, so I can see the past comments. So yeah, so on this challenge, I'm gonna spoil it for you. The first prompt that I selected randomly on my challenge little jar, and by the way, send me, once you see this video, I'm gonna read to you all the challenges that I put on my jar, but please send me more because I need to fill up my jar with more challenges on crafty things to do. And you can be as specific as you want. If you want to tell me, make me a wedding book, or make me a spring whatever, or make baby book, which is actually on my list, but I didn't put it here. What I put here is things that I really need to finish and complete. Like the first challenge was to actually add pictures to one of my books because I have so many, and I want to say 80% of my books don't have pictures. So I did. I stayed up last night until 2 in the morning watching The Handmaid's Tale on my TV that I now put on the craft room, and putting pictures on this book, you guys, and it looks so fulfill. It is such a fulfillment to actually put pictures on your books. Like it just feels full of life and these memories of Christmas. I just and just putting the process of putting pictures on the book. Yes, it hurt my back. Yes, I was uncomfortable. Of course, totally. But the memories that I was reliving as I was adding the pictures onto these books, I do want to share, but I don't know how much can I share because I mean the girls just hate it when I share their pictures, and it's such personal moments that I don't want to intrude on their personal lives. But I also want to share like overall how pretty books look when you have pictures on them. It just come to life. I know our books are beautiful and we love them and we treasure them and we don't want to ruin our books with our faces on them, but just look at all this joy. And I left blank pages because I'm gonna be adding little journaling cards, and then all the white places I'll probably do journaling, or I have to like crop some pictures. But I think for the most part I was able to add a lot of, and I didn't count how many pictures, but I was able to add a lot. I think I had probably 100 pictures or 50 pictures, I don't know, but I think 70 something pictures. But so we have little pull downs, and so this project was a hi to the Netherlands. Please tell me what time is it where you are watching, because I'm so curious. I love the waterfalls, and I am using two devices at once right now. I have my laptop where I'm reading your comments, and then I'm recording here. So I can only read the present comment on my camera where I'm recording. Just gives me a little preview, but not enough time to look. So I always have to look over there to my comments. And I have a laptop arm on my desk. So yeah, I have to keep looking on that side. 2:42 in Florida and 20:42 on the Netherlands. That's 8:42 p.m. Again, that's crafty time for me. By the way, I'm having a matcha latte. I'm not having coffee for Lent, which has been a struggle for me because I have to rely on natural energy, which I don't have much of anymore. You know, you cross the 40 line and then you're like, what energy? What is that? So I rely too much on coffee. Okay, and then let me just quickly show you. So there's a blank version of, not blank, but like a walkthrough without pictures. So we'll just look at this right now. I love all your videos. Could you do a video on how to be able to make time for crafting? That is exactly what you need to do. Make the time for crafting. So I have an alarm. It's a little tip. I have an alarm set on my phone for 8:40 p.m. Every night at 8:40 p.m. my phone comes on and reminds me that I'm going crafting. Not as a job, not as a, not as a stressful thing I have to craft. It's like I have a goal that by 8:30 p.m. or 8 o'clock actually, we're done with dinner, we're done with putting the dishes on the dishwasher, we start that, we clean the counters, we are done with house things. If there's laundry to fold, it won't be folded after 8:40 p.m. okay? I'm sorry, I don't have that much laundry to fold, but you know what I mean. Like if there's things to do, I treat it as my me time, personal time that I need it. I need this time to create, to relax my brain, to not think about work or chores or cleaning or appointments or volleyball tournaments. I just need this time to look at pretty paper, look at pictures, and to let my mind play freely. So I do have that timer to remind me of that. And if I can get a shower before 8:40, that's also great, because sometimes I'm like, oh, sometimes I do intrude on, like the shower thing. Or sometimes I might just craft because I have the energy. And then I just do my shower after, like at 10 o'clock or whatever, especially if it's not hair wash day, that I don't have to worry about hair wash, just, you know. But, anyway, so you make the time because you need it. And I was journaling about this. The time after I craft, I do a craft session either for 20 minutes or an hour, or if I'm just simply sitting here, not recording, but like putting pictures to a book as I watch a TV series, I just feel so refreshed. So it's like putting a new, fresh pair of socks. You know that feeling when you put a new, fresh in the morning? Like, I don't know, I just love soft socks, right? It's my thing. So just like putting a new, fresh pair of socks and you feel like I'm ready for the day. That's how I feel after crafting. I know it's a weird analogy, but yeah, so that's, I guess I will do that. Treat that time as time that you need for your own mental health break. So if you treat it like that, instead of like, oh, when I have time, I'll craft. We never have time. You have to make the time. So that's what I do. I make the time and I let my girls know it's now my me time, stop with the many multiple requests they have throughout the day. But anyway, so this is what I did on this side. I'm just so happy with this project. So it just falls. So I need to do smaller pictures here, but look how fun. I have to do a final walkthrough. And let me see here. Another question. I've learned everything about mini albums from you. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. That is so sweet. Priscilla says, would you have a Halloween or Christmas swap this year? And to reveal these things at night to, what do you mean? And do you reveal these things at night too, or on weekends? Christmas swaps. Oh, okay. So when do I reveal if I have? I haven't hosted a swap in a while. I think the last swap that I hosted was on my Patreon. And the reason for that is because sometimes when I do swaps, like especially a mini album, which is a big project, and when I do a swap and I get all the names, I usually make a list of who's swapping with who. I randomly select it. And then it so happens that somebody doesn't send me their swap or like the project, and it became a bit of a headache. To be honest, I'm sorry, unfortunately. So the last time that I did a swap, I did it through my Patreon, just because I feel like I can rely more on the Patreon, and I can contact the Patreon member if like just do like updates on how the swap is going. And of course there's always circumstances, but at least I feel like there's more communication. So I haven't hosted any swaps, but I think I decided that if I host a swap, I would do it through Patreon. But you can join. I think there's a free join option too on Patreon, so I will probably include all the free join options that are on Patreon, so you don't have to be a paid member, but you have to be at least I have to have your name, your contact, and ways for me to reach out to you, instead of just like, because sometimes when they do sign up for the swap, when people sign up, I do ask to fill in like an email, but yeah, again, I get ghosted. So that's the reason why. I'm sorry. So, and if I do a review on swaps, I usually keep the window pretty open for some time. So, and then I do have a max of swap, because when I do a swap, I ship them to my PO box, and then I do a video review, and then I have to repackage and reship it. So all that takes time. So I don't want to take like 50 swaps. I'll probably just take 10 or something manageable for me. Love the owls. Could you please do a cute owl team paper? Oh, yes, definitely. That's, you know what? I'm going to put on the list for the Patreon. Every month I do a digital collection, And so I'm always like, you know, looking for inspirations on what to do. So definitely I'll put that owl paper collection on the list, on the queue. So I already have the one for April finish, and I have the one for May selected. I know what I'm doing for May, but I'll add it to the queue. I'll add it to the queue. Owls are so cute. Yes. Okay. So yeah. So, oh, and then this book here has a pool. Like, I just love these pool pockets that are attached to the book. And this opens here. And then we have a pop-up. Look how cute the pop-ups look with pictures. Like, sometimes I do pop-ups and I just feel like they don't show on, you know, when you're walking through a blank book from the top camera, you just don't see the effect as if when you're looking at it on your desk. And with pictures especially, look how cute my girls, my babies, so pretty. This was our last Christmas, but I still have Christmas from, I don't know, from 2020 to document. So this is hard. Oh, this also opens like that. And so yeah, I love, you're gonna see a lot of repeat, they look like repeat pictures, but they're not, because I do take pictures of all the little expressions on their face. So I take a lot because they're just so happy that I just go crazy. Crazy mom. And then when I send my pictures to print, I'm too lazy to go picture by picture and edit, or like select from 100 pictures which ones I want to print. So I just make a big folder, send them all to print. I use Shutterfly. And then when they send them to me, I mean, I try to put as many as I can on these books, but also you know, if there's something that didn't turn out right, like, you know, I mean, they all turn out cute, but I think there was one that was kind of like blurred. So I just keep them to the side, you know, if they probably won't make it. So I think this is easier instead of like going through my phone and selecting one by one, because they're so tiny that you have to open each one to see, did they blink? Did they not blink? Did they, you know, like, I don't care. I just print them all. If they're blinking or if they have some sort of deformality on their face, I won't put them on the book. Okay, so let's see what's next. Can you do more pop-up techniques that non-members can see? Yes, of course. So that is gonna be part of the challenge, right? So we can probably put in here, do a pop-up technique. Oops, sorry. But so that is what I was crafting on last night, and like I said, I ended up with the biggest back pain just from being on the same position, but it was just so fulfilling because now I have a book to look through. I do want to put the year here, 2024, so I don't forget, or sometimes I like to put it here because I'm starting to, if you can see my bookshelf full of projects, there's no room anymore. I have another one inside my family room. So I'm gonna start, instead of displaying my books like this, I have to start displaying my books like these so I get more room. So I'll probably do in here the 2024. But I love it. I think this is one of my favorites. I love books that are with a smaller spine because they're so manageable to hold and to move around. So I think that's what I'm gravitating towards right now. Thank you, Mary. Yes, I hope that you're enjoying the tutorials, the projects. So I have another one to share with you, so I'll just share it right now. So this one here, my first book of spring. It's quite a big one. Let's see, what size is this? I think this is 8 by 10. Let me measure it. Oh, thank you so much, Marisol. You okay, a cruise book, as I did, granddaughters are on a hunt for a cruise book. Hold on, this book is 9.5 by 8. Yeah, so 9.5 by 8. It's still quite large and so beautiful. So for a cruise book, I would recommend you do a camera book. Those are, I think, the perfect. I have a camera book that is called Sunny Days. What is it called? Something like that. So it's probably the first camera book that I did, and it's this girl on vacation. The paper was so beautiful. It was a kid's for like, I want to say 2 years ago. So it'd probably be hard to find, but I'll go back to that video or that, and I'll put it here on the description. Once this live is over, I'll put the name of that collection and then the name of that video class, because I think that is the perfect project for a cruise book, because it's so vacation-y. I can't remember. I know the collection was by P49. P13 collection. So I don't know. And I know it's not available anymore. But anyway, so I'll probably do a digital collection with some vacation vibes for the summer. I need to be taking notes. You guys are giving me so many ideas. So vacation vibes, owls. I am going to write it down. I don't have my notebook here, but I do have a little paper and I do have a pen, so I can take notes. There we go. I should have became prepared. So I'm gonna write down owl collection, vacation, cruise. Yeah, that'll be cute. So I can do a digital collection. And that's the beauty about making your digital collections. Like, it's like, what is my next idea? What project I want to make, especially if it's hard to find paper collections on that. I just like to do my own now. So, and then I can really target what I want. Like the Parisian collection that I did, I think for Patreon 2 months ago. You know I was doing that for a reason. It's because I'm going to Paris for the first time. I'm so excited. April's Fool Day. What can we do on that day? Maybe I'll announce that I'm closing my channel. So whoever wasn't part of this live, they'll be fooled. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. But that would be funny. I was planning on telling the girls for April Fool's Day that we're gonna go see Ariana Grande, because you know how she just released a new CD, what is it called? A new album. And I was like, yeah, she's on tour and we're gonna go see, and they'll be screaming. But then they realize it's just part of my imagination. I know. Hi, Scrap Day. Scrap Day has followed me, I want to say, from the first, probably not the first video, but from the very, very, very beginning. And you know, I'm finally going to, and I think you sent me a book about Paris, and I still have it, and I will use it, and I will put pictures in there. I'm gonna go to Paris with a lot of memory on my phone, my camera, everywhere. I'm actually looking for a good digital camera because I want to not just take phone pictures. I want to take like the good zoom pictures or whatever. So I was on the internet, on the Amazon yesterday, looking at options, and some of these cameras are expensive. I don't want nothing super expensive, but I want a good quality one that I can play with the lens. But yeah, okay, I will take lots of pictures. So 4th of July collection. So Priscilla, I do have a 4th of July collection that I created last year for Patreon, and I actually have it here. It's and I did this, oh my gosh, I just dropped it. I did this, sorry, excuse my back. It's kind of like a carnival 4th of July collection. So yeah, somebody requested something very red, white, and blue. And so that is what I did. Of course, this has no pictures, of course. But you can find the digitals. If you're on Patreon, you can scroll back on Patreon to past collections. So once you join Patreon, you can actually have access to all the past collections. So join Patreon. But if you're not into Patreon, which I understand, I have these, I should have these on my website. So my website, you can find a little tab on the top where it says store. So you scroll down on the store and you go to digital collections, and you'll find all the collections that I post for Patreon in there also available. So you can just download the collection that you want. Patreon. So Patreon is basically a separate website. You go patreon.com, I guess. And then on Patreon, it's linked on my videos. So most of my videos, I don't know if this video will have any links, but all my other videos have links. And so on Patreon, I have this magical crafting world that is called my storybook, Patreon. And so you can kind of like a YouTube membership, you join the memberships. So for $10 a month, you have access to one digital collection every month. So every month I come up with a new collection. And you also have another level. So there's tiers, right? So the first level, you have access to the collection. On the next level, you have access to the collection and to the tutorial that I do for Patreon. And again, you have access to all the folder with all previous collections and tutorials. So if you sign up for the storybook level, which is where you get access to all the tutorials, then you have access to all the past tutorials that I had for the last 3 years on Patreon. Same thing with the digital collections. If you sign up for digital collection, you do have access to the folder, so you can always go back and look. And then there's another one that's called Crafty Wizards. So basically I have access to the previous two and the extra Crafty Wizard videos, which I'm actually working on one right now. I didn't do one for, the past couple months, but I'm doing one this month. It's usually a hangout. It's usually like updating you on what's coming, like crafting, like giving you some sort of tips if you want to make crafting into your business. That is Crafty Wizards. What is it called? Membership level. But look how cute is this little guy. Okay, so anyway, so that was the 4th of July collection. So if you're looking for something, that is the one. So sometimes I do a poll on Patreon asking what you guys would like to see next, like what collections. So, or do you want I think this time I was like, you guys want a Father's Day collection or a 4th of July collection? And that was for the month of June. So yeah, so I have everybody vote and I do what you guys want for the most part. Yeah, check it out. So for Patreon, pay on YouTube. Oh, I see what you mean. So yeah, so there is a free feature on Patreon where you don't really have access to like the digitals and things like that, but you have access to, just like see what's going on. I do post like some video walkthroughs early on Patreon to all the members, including the free members. So you have like a little early access to what's coming, which helps if you want to, let's say, buy a mini album that I put for sale. So if I put a mini album for sale, I will release the video early on Patreon, and then you guys have a little, like dips on, if you watch it first, you can buy it first, right? So yeah, but anyway, yes, check it out more often. Hey Debbie, you are back. Sorry, I had to, we have to restart these. So yes, I'm gonna finish sharing this one with you guys, and then I have to get lunch going because it's noon here. My daughter's about to get home from volleyball and she's gonna be hungry. So this is the project that I created. Now this is switching gears. This was a YouTube membership. So YouTube members have access to a live crafting class every month. So this was the crafting class for the month of March, which we did. Donna is always there. You don't have to catch the live. You can always watch the replay, which a lot of people do because a lot of my YouTube members are international, and so we don't have the same time. And so this was so fun to make. I love this. So this is a stationary book. I will do a walkthrough, but I kind of share this a little bit too on a crafty session. So it has pockets. Hello to Sweden. Thank you so much for joining. Ganila, I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you. So we have pockets, we have wallet pockets here. These are all little pockets. And then on this side, I have a 3-dimensional pocket situation happening. So this was the live class. But then for YouTube members, I do pop-up, or not pop-up, but like technique. So if you're on the technique level, I did this as a little technique tutorial for a YouTube. And so yeah, so on the technique level, we just go on detail on how to make something like this or any other technique. So we just go specifically on a slower pace on something more technical like this that you can incorporate to your books. So that was one thing we did. And then we also did a bonus tutorial. So every month you get a bonus tutorial on YouTube. So these bonus tutorials are like $5 a month. But anyway, so I did this little folio as a bonus tutorial for members. And so it's kind of fun because I'm kind of creating different pieces, at least this month I did, and they all come together on this large book. And then I recorded these. This is an extra one. Hi, Donna. We were just talking about you because I was saying you always join the lives. And this is what we did this past live. And so I just finished this project, which is actually uploading right now. I was hoping to post it today. So maybe later this evening, you'll see this. This is going to be a free tutorial for everyone. It is a super easy folio, another folio, so a compact folio, I'm going to call this. And so I just felt like, because I did a folio and a card and I had another pocket, I felt like I needed another project to go in here. And I also killed this paper pack. So this 12 by 12 is gone, is done. I have it here ready to go on the recycle. This is the collection I use. Floral Couture. Oh, my daughter's home, so I gotta end the live soon. But anyway, so I did this little folio, and this is a full tutorial for everyone because I always want to take care of my YouTube followers. Also, you don't have to be a member, you don't have to be on Patreon. I always will be posting free tutorials for you guys. Also, I do want to keep always that going. So I did this folio yesterday. It took me, yeah, I did it in the morning, the base, and then I decorated it at nighttime. And then I edit a video and it's uploading for you guys. So I will be posting these today. I think today. Let's hope today. So you're gonna see this coming up. I hope that you like it. I hope that you enjoy the tutorial. And you will also be seeing the craft challenge coming soon. Oh, Mary, I see you just joined Patreon. Thank you so much. I got a little flag that you joined Patreon. Thank you so much. So yeah, so I do always appreciate you guys supporting my channel, and you know, just it's just amazing to see how much we share this passion and this love for crafting, and you guys are so generous that allows me to continue, you know, crafting and, you know, paying for supplies, paying for whatever I, you know. So I appreciate your support with everything, and just have fun. Crafting is fun, and I love the fact that we can mix creativity and fun, and you know, doing these pop-ups, but at the same time we're documenting our lives. We're putting it somewhere so your kids, your grandkids, your nephews, yourself can look at it in the future in 5 years. I always have this fear. I don't know why. I always have this fear, and God forbid this will happen, but I always fear that when I get to an older age, I won't remember things that happened. I mean, I still, even now, I don't remember things that happened like 5 years ago, but I have this fear of not remembering the moments. And so I'm very, very careful of documenting the journey, the little things. I know we document birthdays on Facebook or whatever, but like the little moments, like cuddling with your kids on a Sunday, playing with the cat, them just making jokes, you know. I love those little moments, and I just try to put them everywhere. And so anyway, I am going to be ending the live here soon because I think my daughter's home and she's probably super hungry after practice. Thank you, Marisol. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Donna. Thank you. And today I will be posting the winner for the crafting series, the giveaway for the, what is it called? The spring series giveaway. So I haven't selected the winner yet. So I'm going to be doing that after I make food, and I'll be posting it today. And so yeah, so thank you so much to everyone who joined the live. I hope that I can do this soon again. And I love you. I appreciate you all. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye. And thank you, Debbie, for hopping on. Bye, guys.